Change of subject of formula, squares and square roots. E square is equals to b square minus c square. We're going to make c the subject of the formula. We have been instructed to make c the subject of the formula. Now rearrange by bringing c square to the left hand side of the equation and carry a square to the other side. So it's going to be c square is equals to b square minus a square. Once again, when a variable shifts from one side of the equation to the other, its sign must change. A square becomes minus a square. Minus c square becomes plus c square. So what is the relationship of c with other variable and constant on the left hand side of the equation? The intention is to make c the only subject that stands alone on the left hand side of the expression. Is it alone right now? Absolutely not. C square is not the same thing as c. The c of c square has an exponential value attached to it. That value is 2. There's an exponential value of 2 attached to our variable c. That's a square. The opposite of, I'm going to explain it here. This is the square that is attached to our variable c. So in step 3, the opposite of a square is square root. So we're going to have to take the square root of both sides. While a square is represented by an exponential value, say c square, a square root can be represented by a square root sign that looks like this. So we will end up with c square square root of b square minus a square. Or more effectively, we can write this as c square equals square root of b square minus square root of a square. Just like this. The square of a number of variable is the number of variable multiplied by itself twice. So if we say c square, then c square is the same thing as c multiplied by c. The square root of a subject is essentially one of the components that make up the square of the subject. Now if c square is the same thing as c multiplied by c, then the square root of c square is c, because c is the variable that multiplies itself twice to form c square. So it will go like this. C square, the square root of c square is equals to c. the square root of b square will be equal to b, and the square root of a square will be equal to a. Square root of c square is equal to c, because c is the number that multiplies itself twice to give a. The square root of b square is b, because b is the variable that multiplies itself twice to form b square. The square root of a square is equal to a, because a is the variable that multiplies itself to form a square. Finally, we have our final answer will be c is equals to b minus a. Next question. If c square equals to the square root of x square plus y square, make y the subject of the formula. Rearrange. Now bring the square root of x square plus y square to the left hand side of the equation. So this is going to be square root of x square plus y square is equal to c square. Notice that it is the entire component of the square root, x square plus y square, and not y square alone, that has been shifted to the left hand side of the equation. Now what is the relationship of y with other variables on the left hand side of the equation? Y square is attached to x square by a positive sign. Y square is also enclosed inside the square root bracket. So what we are going to do now is to remove the square bracket first. How do we remove the square bracket? We square both sides. We square both sides. So okay, this is not going to be square root of both sides, but rather square both sides. Square both sides. So if we are squaring both sides, we're going to have the square root of x square plus y square goes to c square. So this gets squared, and this also gets squared. Excuse me. The square of the square root of a quantity is the quantity without the square root bracket. So when we say the square root of x, the square of the square root of x is equals to x. Or when we say the square of the square root of y is equals to y. when we say the square of the square root of x squared, the square of the square root of x squared is the same thing as x. Similarly, the square of the square root of y squared is equals to y. In each case, the square necessitates the removal of the square root bracket, leaving the component of the bracket. In comparison, it is like a tenant being evicted from a house. Let's say you are a tenant. This is the house, and this is you inside the house. Suppose you do not pay the rent, and the landlord demands that you leave the house. Then we are going to represent the square root bracket as the house. Now, if the square root bracket is the house and you the tenant, then the square of this expression is the person that just evicted from the house. So the square of this is you. You are the one that just evicted from the house. So back to our calculation. X squared plus y squared square is equals to c square square. So this is the same thing as x squared plus y squared is equals to c to the power of 4. C square square, 2 plus 2. 2 multiplied by 2 gives you 4. Okay, let's move on. We have this now. X squared plus y squared equals to c to the power 4. The square root have been eliminated. Yeah. But y squared is still not alone. There's x squared to contend with. So we have to redo rule 3 again. The second part of rule 3. The first part of rule 3 was removing the square root bracket. The second part of the rule now is the removal of the x squared. So we begin all over again. The relationship between x squared and y squared is in the addition operation. Addition operation. The opposite of addition is subtraction. So you subtract x squared from both sides. That means we'll have, suppose I want to put y squared on this side. It will be y squared plus x squared minus x squared equals c to the power of 4 minus x squared. X squared minus x squared is 0. So we have we are left with y squared on the left side is equals to c to the power of 4 minus x squared. Both the square root and positive sign have been eliminated. The square root have been eliminated and the x squared have been eliminated. Yet still y is not alone. There's an exponential value of 2 to contend with. We have to remove this. So this means that the relationship is a square. So we're going to take the square root of both sides, because the opposite of a square is square root. Now we are going to have y square. Initially we have y square equals to c to the power of 4 minus x square. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. The square root of y square is y. The square root of c to the power of 4 is c square minus the square root of x square is x. So that's the final answer. Y is equals to c square minus x. The last solution comes with a very important lesson. In it, we learn that change of subject of formula does not end with addition or subtraction only. It does not end with multiplication or division only. Neither does it even end with square or square root. The change of subject formula can contain a combination of two or more of these operations. If the subject in question is in multiple relationships with other constant and variable, then we have to eliminate the attached constant and variable from the left-hand side of the equation one by one.